More and more investors are using covered calls as a conservative way to generate income from stocks and ETFs they own. In the next 3 minutes, we'll show you how covered calls work and introduce you to the risks and potential rewards of this versatile strategy. So what are covered calls? Covered calls are a two-part option strategy that combines a stock or ETF position with the sale of a call option. A call is a contract between two parties, a buyer and a seller. The buyer of a call option has the right to buy a specific stock from the seller at a specific price for a fixed amount of time. The seller or writer has the obligation to sell the stock at the buyer's request. For this right, the buyer pays money, known as the premium. When you sell a call option, the cash from the premium goes directly into your brokerage account, minus the commission you pay for the trade. You also incur an obligation to sell your stock at the agreed-upon price, known as the strike price, at any time prior to the expiration date. Since one call option covers 100 shares of stock, you'll need at least that many shares to write a covered call. Let's look at an example. Let's say an investor, Jack, buys 1,000 shares of stock XYZ at $18 per share. Jack is moderately bullish, but thinks that XYZ will remain below $19 for the next 60 days. So Jack sells 10 60-day calls with a $19 strike price for 64 cents per contract. The 10 contracts represent 1,000 shares. So Jack receives a premium of $640 in his account. If the stock price remains below $19 at expiration, the call expires, and Jack keeps the $640 premium and his stock. For some, $640 may not sound like much, but his return is about 3.6% for 60 days. Also, Jack can sell another call on the same stock, collecting more income from his stock position. Always remember that as long as you own the stock, you have the risk of stock ownership, meaning that the stock can continue to drop in price. If XYZ closes above $19 at expiration, the call buyer can exercise his right to buy the stock. Jack will have to sell his shares at $19, no matter how high the price may be at the time. While this might sound bad, remember that Jack has already received a premium of 64 cents per share and has sold his $18 shares for $19. That gives him a return of about 9.4% for 60 days. If the price of XYZ is exactly $19 at expiration, Jack may or may not have his stock called away. But in either case, Jack keeps the premium for a return of at least 3.6% and up to 9.4% if the stock is called away. To get started with covered call writing, first visit etrade.com and enable your account for options investing. Second, learn more about covered calls with eTrade's on-demand and live seminars. And third, call our options service team for help if you need it. Thanks for watching.